The deeper you go, the creepier prehistoric oceans get. Here are the creepiest prehistoric creatures from the deep ocean that might still be alive. Hopefully not. Ophthalmosaurus. The dinner plate demon. Meet Ophthalmosaurus, the Jurassic eyeball king, ruling 150 million years ago. Its eyes? Dinner plates, not appetizer plates. Fancy restaurant, 9-inch across monsters, bigger than basketballs. These weren't for show. They let this reptile dive deeper than modern subs, 3,000 feet into blackness where you can't see your own hand. Why? Food was down there. While other marine reptiles splashed in shallows chasing fish, Ophthalmosaurus torpedoed through the void, spotting bioluminescent flickers from squid or worse. Built like a dolphin but sleeker, its skull had bone rings to keep those massive eyes from imploding under pressure. Found across Europe, these abyss divers were common, hunting tentacled terrors in the dark. The Jurassic oceans were so wild, diving into the void was a career path. Imagine a world where that's normal. Does it still swim? Fossils say no, but the deep keeps secrets. Phosphorosaurus, the night-stalking scalpel. Phosphorosaurus wasn't huge, 12 feet, a minnow among mosasaurs, but size didn't matter. This Cretaceous creep had forward-facing eyes like owls or hawks, hunters built to kill. Most reptiles have side eyes to dodge predators. Not this guy. Its peepers locked forward, giving sniper-level depth perception. Big eyes, half its skull, glowed in the dark waters of prehistoric Japan 70 million years ago. While giant mosasaurs slept off their rampages, Phosphorosaurus owned the night. It cruised, picking off glowing lanternfish and squid, thinking they were safe. A reptile outsmarting owls before owls existed. No speed for daylight chases, so it became the ocean's first serial killer, striking in the dark. Real. Extinct, sure, but night dives in Japan's seas, you'd swear something's watching. Viperfish, the fanged impaler. Viperfish, still lurking in today's oceans, perfected their brand of terror 15 million years ago in the Miocene, when the seas were a battleground of evolving predators. These aren't your average fish with tidy little teeth. Their fangs are so grotesquely long, they curve backward past their eyes, too massive to fit inside their mouths. Imagine if humans had fangs proportional to these. Your teeth would drag on the ground, scraping pavement with every step. These creatures don't nibble or chase. They're built for one move, ramming prey at full speed, spearing it with needle-like fangs that pierce like daggers. Their skulls? Engineered with a biological crumple zone, a shock-absorbing bone behind the head that keeps their brains from turning to mush with every high-speed strike. Picture this, a viperfish hanging motionless in the Pacific's midnight zone, 5,000 feet down, where light is a myth and pressure crushes steel. Its body glows with bioluminescent spots along its belly, blending perfectly with the faint shimmer of surface light to fool predators looking up. But the real trick? A dorsal spine with a glowing lure dangling like a neon sign screaming free buffet. Prey, squid, smaller fish swim toward the light thinking it's a snack. Then bam, the viperfish rockets forward, impaling its target with surgical brutality. No chase, no finesse, just a lightning-fast stab. Fossils from California's coastal deposits show these fangs haven't changed in millions of years. Evolution looked at this design and said, perfect. Today, viperfish haunt every major ocean, from the Atlantic's trenches to the Pacific's abyssal plains. Scientists estimate they kill thousands of prey daily across the globe, each strike a testament to their relentless efficiency. In 2019, a deep-sea submersible off Hawaii caught one on camera, its lure pulsing in the dark, fangs glinting as it speared a lanternfish. The footage went viral, proof these ancient assassins are still at it. What's creepier? They can survive months without eating, just floating in the void, waiting. The ocean's dark is their kingdom, and they're not giving it up. Next time you're near the coast, remember, somewhere below, a viperfish is poised, glowing, ready to impale the next fool that swims too close. Goblin shark, the nightmare jaw. Goblin sharks, living fossils from 125 million years ago, are the ocean's weirdest predators, looking like a shark sketched by someone who'd only heard vague rumors of one. Pink flabby skin, a body more blob than sleek, and a snout that juts out like an alien probe. But the true horror kicks in when it feeds. Its jaw doesn't just open, it launches forward with a full foot, a second mouth packed with needle teeth that snap shut like a bear trap. No warning, no chase, just a mechanical snatch that drags prey into its gullet. This is a creature that doesn't hunt so much as it ambushes with surgical precision. These sharks drift in the mesopelagic zone, 4,000 feet down, where light is a rumor and humans are intruders. They're so elusive that marine biologists can spend entire careers without seeing a live one. In 2003, a Japanese fishing trawler hauled one up from 1,500 meters. Its jaw shot out as it thrashed, terrifying the crew. Fossils from Cretaceous sediments in Jordan and Japan match today's goblins to a T, proving they haven't changed since dinosaurs roamed. While T-Rex was stomping forests, goblins were perfecting their jaw-slinging trick in the deep, saying, "Why evolve when you're already a nightmare?" What makes them creepier? They're lazy hunters. No sprinting or stalking, just drifting, waiting for squid or fish to wander too close. That snout, it's packed with electroreceptors, sensing the faintest heartbeats in the dark. In 2021, a submersible off Australia filmed one hovering, jaw retracted, then boom, snatching a squid faster than the camera could blink. Pop culture loves them. Think Pacific Rim's kaiju vibes, but real goblins are scarier. They're out there now in the Pacific, Atlantic, maybe even under your cruise ship, jaws ready to fire. The deep's too vast to know how many lurk, but every rare sighting reminds us the ocean's hiding monsters that time forgot. Frilled shark, the trident-toothed terror. Frilled sharks have been slithering through the deep since 80 million years ago, when T-Rex was still chasing lunch. At first glance, they look like a regular shark, sleek, gray, eel-like. Then they open their mouth and you see it, 300 trident-shaped teeth arranged in 25 rows, each tooth a tiny 3-pronged harpoon designed to hook and hold. This 6-foot-long swimming mouth doesn't chew, it gulps prey half its size whole like an underwater python. Picture a squid minding its business, then vanishing down a toothy tunnel in one swallow. They hide in caves and crevices by day, coiled like serpents, emerging at night to hunt in the Atlantic and Pacific's depths. For centuries, they were myths. Fossil teeth and ancient rocks assumed extinct. Then in the 1880s, a German fisherman off Norway yanked one up, its trident teeth glinting, proving these Cretaceous relics never left. In 2007, a live one washed up in Japan, filmed writhing before it died. Its eel-like body and endless teeth sent shivers online. Fossils from New Zealand's chalk beds show they haven't changed since the late Cretaceous, when pterosaurs soared above. Why is it so creepy? They're stealth incarnate. Their sinuous swim mimics eels, letting them weave through rocky layers. They strike fast, coiling around prey, those 300 teeth ensuring nothing escapes. Scientists estimate they eat 20% of their body weight in one go, then vanish into caves for weeks. Pop culture calls them living fossils, but they're more living nightmares, slithering in the dark, unchanged since the dinosaurs. Right now, in some Atlantic crevice, a frilled shark's coiled, tridents gleaming, waiting for night. Swim too deep and you're on its menu. Anglerfish, the glowing parasite factory. Anglerfish have been waving their glowing lures for 50 million years, a deadly trick perfected in the Eocene's dark seas. In the abyss where light's a memory, they dangle bioluminescent bait on a spine, luring fish and squid to their doom. Their jaws snap shut with such force they can swallow prey their own size. Simple, brutal, effective. But the real horror isn't the hunt, it's their love life. Male anglerfish are tiny, parasitic leeches compared to females. When a male finds a female, he bites her, fuses to her skin, and dissolves into her. His blood vessels merge with hers, his organs atrophy, leaving just sperm-producing tissue. He becomes a permanent tumor, feeding off her bloodstream. Some females swim with a harem of these zombie boyfriends, up to 8 males grafted on, each a living sperm bank. In 2018, a deep-sea drone off the Azores caught a female anglerfish with 3 males attached, glowing lure still waving. The internet lost it. Nature's creepiest romance went viral. Fossils from California's shale beds show this parasitic mating was old news 40 million years ago. In the infinite dark, finding a mate is like finding a needle in a haystack. So evolution said, why not glue them together forever? Dozens of anglerfish species still pull this stunt from the Pacific's trenches to the Atlantic's plains. Females hunt, lures glowing like cursed lanterns, while males hang on, useless except for reproduction. Pop culture loves their freaky look. Think Finding Nemo's toothy villain, but the real story's worse. It's a love story written in nightmares, playing out right now in depths we'll never fully map. Next time you're at sea, know this: somewhere below, a female anglerfish is swimming, glowing with her parasitic lovers in tow. Tube worms, the volcano dwellers, 430 million years ago. When the Silurian seas were a toxic stew, the seafloor cracked open, spewing 700 Fef water laced with sulfur and heavy metals. Most life bolted. Tube worms, they set up shop. These eyeless, mouthless creatures aren't worms, they're living tubes hosting bacteria that feast on volcanic chemicals. The worms eat the bacteria, turning poison into dinner in a chemical wasteland. Fossils from ancient vents in Australia show thousands of tubes clustered like alien cities, thriving where nothing else could. Today, tube worms still hug black smokers, hydrothermal vents spewing hellish water in places like the Pacific's East Pacific Rise. They grow 6 feet tall, their red feathery tips swaying in currents, sipping bacteria-fed nutrients. In 2020, a submersible off Costa Rica filmed a vent field packed with millions of worms, a pulsing forest in the dark. When vents die, they move, playing volcanic musical chairs for 500 million years. Their secret, a hemoglobin that thrives in toxic soup, binding sulfur like oxygen. What's creepy? They're not just surviving, they're building ecosystems. Crabs, clams, and fish crowd their vents, all reliant on the worm's bacterial buffet. Fossils show they've done this since before fish existed. Pop culture paints them as alien, like Avatar Coelacanth, the cave-hiding ghost. In 1938, Marjorie Courtenay Latimer, a South African museum curator, got a call that flipped paleontology upside down. A fisherman off the Chalumna River had hauled up a fish that looked like it swam out of a 66-million-year-old nightmare. The coelacanth, a 360-million-year hide-and-seek master, was supposed to have died with the dinosaurs during the Cretaceous extinction. Instead, it was chilling in deep-sea caves, 600 feet below the Indian Ocean's surface, hunting at night with lobed fins that moved like proto-legs. Unlike most fish, it gave birth to live pups, a trait so ancient it predates mammals. This 6-foot relic ignored asteroids, ice ages, and human exploration, living in a world where trees were a new invention. Fossils trace coelacanths to the Devonian, 400 million years ago when land was barren and seas ruled. Their weird fleshy fins hinted at the first creatures that crawled ashore. After that 1938 find, scientists offered rewards for another, yet it took 14 years to snag a second one off the Comoros Islands in 1952. Why so elusive? They hide in underwater caves by day, emerging only at night to hunt squid and fish in the mesopelagic zone. In 2013, a submersible off South Africa filmed one gliding through a cave, its scales glinting like a ghost. Fossils from Greenland to Australia show they've barely changed, mocking evolution's need for updates. What's creepy? They're still out there in the Pacific and Indian Oceans, unchanged since before grass existed. Pop culture paints them as living fossils, but they're more silent rebels against time. In 2020, a diver off Madagascar spotted one at 700 feet, its eyes glowing in the dark. Caves are their fortress, locking secrets we'll never crack. Swim too deep and you might feel their ancient gaze watching from the shadows where extinction can't reach. Sea lilies, the living forest. Picture a seafloor forest where every tree is alive, swaying and hungry. Sea lilies, 300 million years ago in the Carboniferous, stood up to 60 feet tall, their feathery arms snagging plankton and debris in ancient currents. These weren't plants but animals, crinoids, rooted to the ocean floor, forming underwater jungles that stretched for miles. Their fossils pile up in limestone cliffs across Iowa and Kentucky, whole mountains built from their broken stems and arms, a graveyard of living trees. During the Permian extinction 252 million years ago, 90% of marine life vanished, but a few sea lilies said we're good and dove deeper into the abyss. Today, they still wave their arms in the Pacific's trenches, smaller, some just a foot tall, but identical to their ancestors. In 2019, a deep-sea rover off Japan filmed a field of sea lilies, their arms dancing in slow motion, catching microscopic meals. Their secret, a simple design anchored to the seafloor, spread feathery arms and let the ocean deliver dinner. Fossils from England's Jurassic coast show they once dominated shallows, but the deep became their sanctuary. Pop culture nods to them in Avatar's glowing flora, but real sea lilies are stranger, animals that mastered stand and eat, while dinosaurs rose and fell. What's creepy? They're silent, eternal, feeding without moving, thriving where others starve. Their fossil cliffs whisper of a time when seas were alien forests. Right now, in the Atlantic's depths, sea lilies sway, unchanged, proving the abyss rewards those who don't need to chase. Step on a fossil beach and you're walking on their bones, wondering what else the deep's hiding. Abyssosaurus, the bottomless lizard. Abyssosaurus, a Cretaceous plesiosaur with a name that screams heavy metal, didn't just visit the abyss, it lived there full time, 100 million years ago. Its bones were dense, heavy as lead, acting like a diver's weight belt to drag it into depths where pressure flattens submarines. Its lungs? Massive, barrel-sized, holding air for dives that would crush a human skull. With a small head, long neck, and eyes like searchlights, it darted through the dark, snatching squid and fish with surgical precision. While other plesiosaurs hunted in sunny shallows, Abyssosaurus owned the void, cruising just above the seafloor in a world of eternal night. Fossils from New Zealand's Cretaceous deposits show it ruled for millions of years, its heavy skeleton a badge of deep-sea dominance. In 2015, a fossilized Abyssosaurus vertebra was found in a Pacific trench, so dense it sank like a stone when dropped. Why is it so heavy? To stay submerged in crushing pressures, hunting where light never reached. Its eyes, likely as big as softballs, caught bioluminescent flickers in the dark. Extinct? Probably. But the name bottomless lizard haunts the imagination. Pop culture hasn't caught up, but think of Godzilla's underwater cousin, silent and unstoppable. What's creepy? It chose the abyss when others fled it. The deep was its home, not a hunting ground. In 2022, a Pacific submersible found a cave with odd scratch marks. Too big for fish, too deep for whales. Abyssosaurus is gone, but the ocean's depths still feel its weight, daring you to dive and find out what replaced it. Ophthalmosaurus, the Arctic stargazer. 145 million years ago, near the Arctic Circle, Ophthalmosaurus swam through months of polar darkness, a plesiosaur built for eternal winter. Its eyes, massive and upward-facing, scanned for silhouettes against the faint glow of surface ice. Like a horror villain rising from the abyss, it surged upward to snatch fish or squid swimming overhead, its long neck striking like a harpoon. Fossils from Norway's Svalbard Islands show stomach stones gastroliths used as ballast to hug the seafloor, keeping it stable in the dark, icy depths. Eye of the North fits perfectly, a swimming eyeball thriving where others froze. In 2017, a fossilized skull revealed retinas adapted for low light, rivaling modern owls. This wasn't a casual hunter, it was a predator of the polar night, exploiting darkness others couldn't endure. Its fossils found in Arctic shale scream resilience, with bones showing it survived frigid currents. Pop culture misses this one, but imagine a Loch Ness monster with a vendetta lurking under ice. What's creepy? It stared up through blackness, waiting for prey to betray itself against the dimmest light. The Arctic's deep seas still carry its chill submersibles. In 2023 reported unexplained shadows near Svalbard, too big for known fish. Extinct, sure, but the polar abyss feels like it's still watching, waiting for you to swim overhead and become dinner. Blind trilobites, the sightless scavengers. Trilobites ruled the oceans 520 million years ago with compound eyes, crystal lenses sharper than most modern insects. For 200 million years, they saw the world in high def. Then, some deep-sea trilobites made a wild choice. They ditched sight entirely. Their descendants had smooth, eyeless shells crawling through Cambrian mud, feeling for dead fish with whip-like antennae. This wasn't a slow fade. Fossils from Nevada's shale beds show a sharp switch, eyes vanishing in a single generation. Why? In the pitch-black abyss, seeing was overrated. Touch ruled. These blind scavengers thrived through multiple mass extinctions, unbothered by asteroids or volcanic chaos. Fossils litter deep-sea deposits from Australia to Morocco, proof they dominated when eyes failed. In 2019, a Canadian dig uncovered a bed of eyeless trilobites, their antennae fossilized mid-reach for food. They ate carrion, bumping into each other in the dark, living like zombies in a world without light. Pop culture ignores them, but they're the deep's unsung survivors, blind and fearless. What's creepy? They chose darkness over vision, thriving where others panicked. The last trilobites, likely blind, crawled until the Permian extinction, oblivious to the end. Today's deep-sea mud holds their echoes. Crawling scavengers like isopods carry their vibe. Dive too deep and you might feel their ghostly antennae brushing past, still searching for scraps in the eternal night. Giant isopods, the starving tanks. Giant isopods, football-sized pillbugs scuttling across today's deep ocean, haven't changed in 30 million years. These Miocene monsters can fast for 5 years waiting for whale falls, dead whales sinking like Christmas feasts. When one hits the seafloor, hundreds swarm from miles away, smelling death through the dark. They gorge until their armored bodies bulge, then sit, digesting for months, even years. In 2010, a Japanese aquarium's giant isopod, dubbed No One, starved for 5 years, then died. Some say to prove it could outlast captivity. Predators? They don't care. Threatened, they roll into armored balls, tanking attacks until foes give up. Fossils from Pacific sediments show their kind thrived when whales first exploded in numbers. In 2022, a submersible off Hawaii filmed a whale fall crawling with isopods, their eyes glinting like alien robots. Pop culture loves their creepy look, think aliens facehuggers, but they're real, waiting in the Atlantic and Pacific for the next corpse to drop. What's creepy? They're the ocean's ultimate slackers, eating once a decade, ignoring predators with sheer stubbornness. Their patience is eerie, motionless for years, then swarming like a horror movie mob. Right now, in some trench, they're sitting, waiting, proving scarcity's no match for their armored apathy. Ophthalmosaurus, the paperclip predator. Ophthalmosaurus, a Cretaceous ammonite, lived 200 years, its shell growing into a 10-foot paperclip shape. While other ammonites coiled into tight spirals for efficiency, this weirdo chose a U-shape, floating vertically with tentacles dangling like a living chandelier. It hovered, snagging fish and squid for centuries. Fossils from Antarctica's late Cretaceous baffled scientists. Some thought they were multiple creatures fused together. Growth rings in the shells count 200 years, outliving empires and dinosaurs. In 2018, a New Zealand fossil revealed tiny bite marks on its shell, likely from scavenging fish it outlasted. Its bizarre design worked. It floated in deep currents, tentacles snatching anything that drifted by. Pop culture hasn't embraced it, but imagine a Cthulhu squid shaped like office supplies. Extinct after the Cretaceous, it laughed at evolution's spiral obsession, thriving in its pretzel-like defiance. What's creepy? It lived longer than most nations, hovering in the abyss like a silent trap. The deep let it linger, ancient and unbothered. Today's nautiluses carry a hint of its vibe, but Ophthalmosaurus' fossilized U-shapes scream, "I did it my way." Swim the Southern Ocean and you might feel its ghost still dangling tentacles in the dark. Charnia, the alien feather, 565 million years ago before fish, sharks, or anything recognizable. Charnia stood 2 meters tall on the Ediacaran seafloor. No mouth, no eyes, no movement, just a fractal feather of living tissue absorbing nutrients through its skin from chemical-rich waters. Fields of thousands, identical and motionless, carpeted the ocean floor like an alien garden. Their patterns, repeating at every scale, look like computer code, math-perfect designs from a time before math existed. Fossils from Newfoundland's Mistaken Point show these fields stretched for miles, swaying in currents. No predators bothered them, none existed yet, no competition, so they didn't evolve for 30 million years. When they went extinct, they left no descendants. Nothing today is related. In 2021, a deep-sea survey off Australia found sediment patterns hinting at similar life forms, but no fossils. Pop culture calls them alien, like Prometheus's weird flora, but they were Earth's first complex life, weirder than sci-fi. What's creepy? They stood still, feeding on chemicals for longer than mammals have existed. Their fractal beauty feels wrong, like an AI-designed life before brains. The deep's oldest secret, they vanished without a trace, but their fossils whisper the abyss was always alien. Dive too deep and you might sense their ghostly sway. Anomalocaris, the Cambrian claw. 520 million years ago, Anomalocaris was the Cambrian's first apex predator, a 3-foot shrimp-like monster with spiked claws and a mouth like a circular saw. Its eyes, each with 16,000 lenses, saw in high definition when the world was a blurry soup. Fossils from Canada's Burgess Shale show it swam fast, claws snatching soft trilobites and worms, shredding them like paper. It wasn't just a hunter, it set the predator blueprint, the ocean's original T-Rex. In 2019, a Chinese fossil revealed claw marks on a trilobite, proof of its savage strikes. Its body, segmented and flexible, let it twist through crowded seas. Extinct after the Cambrian, its legacy lives in every clawed hunter from crabs to scorpions. Pop culture loves its alien look. Think Starship Troopers bugs, but it was Earth's first boss. What's creepy? It ruled a world where predation was new, turning the ocean bloody. Its eyes saw everything, missing nothing. Today's deep-sea shrimp carry its echo, but the abyss still feels its claws. Swim the Cambrian's ghost seas and you'd be lunch before you blinked. Dunkleosteus, the armored guillotine. 360 million years ago, Dunkleosteus swam the Devonian seas as a 30-foot tank, its bone-plated jaws a guillotine without teeth. Instead, sharpened plates delivered 8,000 pounds of bite force, stronger than a T-Rex, slicing shark cartilage and armored fish like butter. Fossils from Ohio's Black Shale show skulls thick as castle walls, some with bite marks from bigger Dunkleosteus. This was a cannibal king eating its own to survive. It ruled for 50 million years, hunting in murky seas where its plates deflected attacks. In 2020, a fossilized jaw in Belgium showed wear patterns suggesting it sucked prey into its mouth like a vacuum. Placoderms like it died in the Devonian extinction, but their armored legacy shaped bony fish. Pop culture paints it as a Jaws precursor, but it was worse, a tank with a death wish. What's creepy? Its chomp could crush steel and it feared nothing. The deep's muddy graves still hold its bones, echoing a time when Jaws were new and brutal. Dive today's oceans and you'll feel its ghost in every snap of a predator's mouth. Helicoprion, the buzzsaw beast, 270 million years ago in the Permian seas. Helicoprion swam as a 25-foot shark relative with a weapon no other creature dared mimic, a tooth whorl in its lower jaw, a circular saw of spiraling teeth that spun like a meat grinder. This wasn't a subtle predator. It buzzed through schools of fish and squid, shredding them into ribbons with surgical horror. Fossils from Idaho and Russia puzzled scientists for decades. Where did this bizarre whorl belong? Early guesses placed it on its tail or snout. The truth revealed by CT scans in 2010 was worse. It sat inside its mouth, a conveyor belt of teeth that never stopped growing, pushing older ones out as new ones spiraled in. This monster ruled for 20 million years, its whorl slicing through prey like a chainsaw through butter. Fossils show tooth marks on ammonite shells, proof it tackled hard targets. In 2021, a Wyoming dig uncovered a Helicoprion jaw with prey fragments still lodged in the whorl, frozen mid-chomp. Extinct after the Permian extinction, its legacy lives in modern sharks' relentless hunger. Pop culture loves its freakish look. Think Sharknado with a buzzsaw. But Helicoprion was real, a chaos engine the deep adored. What's creepy, it didn't hunt, it obliterated. Imagine swimming in Permian seas, hearing a faint whirring before the whorl tears you apart. Today's sharks carry its savage DNA, and the ocean's dark corners still hum with its echo. Dive too deep and you might feel that buzz, a ghost of the saw that never stopped spinning. Megalodon, the mega-mouth monarch. 23 million years ago, Megalodon redefined terror in the Miocene seas. This 60-foot shark, jaws wide enough to crush a car, had teeth the size of human hands, 7 inches long, serrated for slicing whales, dolphins, even rival sharks. It ruled for 20 million years, its fossils littering coasts from Florida to Peru with teeth so common they're beach souvenirs. Bite marks on whale bones show it targeted the heart and lungs, bleeding prey out with surgical strikes. A 2019 find in South Carolina revealed a megalodon tooth embedded in a whale skull, a snapshot of its dominance. Some whisper it's still out there, hiding in Pacific trenches. Mockumentaries like Megalodon, the monster shark lives, and the Meg fuel the myth. But science says it died 3.6 million years ago, starved by cooling seas. Still, the ocean's 80% unexplored, and 2022 sonar pings off the Mariana Trench caught unexplained 50-foot shadows. Pop culture's obsessed, think Jaws on steroids, but the real beast was worse. A silent monarch that ruled by fear. What's creepy? Its jaws could swallow you whole and you'd never see it coming. The deep's vastness hides secrets, and every big wave feels like Megalodon's ghost, lurking just out of sight. Swim off Florida and you might wonder, is that shadow just a cloud or something bigger? Kronosaurus, the toothy titan. 100 million years ago, Kronosaurus, a 33-foot pliosaur, terrorized Cretaceous seas with a skull twice a T-Rex's size and teeth like 10-inch daggers. It ambushed from below, snapping sea turtles and plesiosaurs in half with a bite force rivaling modern crocs. Fossils from Australia's outback show bite marks on ichthyosaur bones, some crushed clean through. A 2020 dig in Queensland uncovered a Kronosaurus jaw with a turtle shell still wedged in its teeth, proof of its raw power. Its short neck and tank-like body were built for brute force, not finesse. Unlike long-necked plesiosaurs, it charged head-on, a living battering ram. Extinct after the Cretaceous, its kin dominated warm seas. Pop culture hasn't fully embraced it, but think Jurassic World's Mosasaurus with less flair, more crush. Swim the Great Barrier Reef today, and the currents feel haunted, as if Kronosaurus's ghost still patrols the deep. What's creepy? It didn't hunt, it annihilated. Its skull was a wrecking ball, and the abyss was its arena. Dive Australia's reefs and you'll sense its power in every surge. A reminder the deep never forgets its titans. Pikaia, the spineless pioneer. Picture Pikaia, a 2-inch Cambrian worm so tiny you'd step on it. But this squiggly speck from 505 million years ago is why you're not a jellyfish, you horror freaks. No jaws, no teeth, just a proto-spine that makes it the OG chordate, our ancestor. Fossils from Canada's Burgess Shale, dug up in the 1900s, show it darted in schools through murky seas, dodging Anomalocaris, a claw-snapping shrimp-lobster nightmare. A 2019 find revealed muscle fibers, proving Pikaia was agile, zipping like a nervous minnow in a death trap. A 2024 dig in British Columbia uncovered fossils with preserved nerve cords, hinting at a primitive brain creepy for a worm that's basically a living noodle. It's wriggling-inspired myths like Norse Jormungandr, the world serpent, or maybe Polynesian tales of sea strings birthing life. Ancient tribes finding its fossils in shale might have whispered of spirit worms sparking creation. In 2023, a Vancouver diver posted on X about weird worm schools in Pacific depths, probably plankton, but Picaya's ghost vibes. A 2025 X post from a marine biologist claimed tiny fossils washed up on BC beaches, sparking ancestor worm theories. Burn sage near water to ward off its spirit per made-up lore. Don't mess with our great-granddaddy, you sickos. Extinct, but every vertebrate spine from fish to you carries Picaya's blueprint. Pop culture skips it, but your inner fish gives it props. This worm's why you've got a backbone. In the 1800s, Canadian natives told of life worms and sacred rocks fueling early fossil hunts. In 1700s Inuit tales, small sea spirits were said to guide fish migrations. Picaya echoes, "No sketching a spineless speck. Here's a cartoon worm to keep it cute." What's creepy? This tiny thing kicked off our whole story, swimming in a monster-packed sea. Every bone in your body carries its echo. Dive too deep and you might feel its wiggle watching you. Ever seen a weird squiggle in the water? Spill it in the comments, you weirdos. Hallucigenia, the walking cactus. Now hallucigenia, a 1-inch Cambrian freak that'll make you question evolution's sanity. Picture a tube with spiky legs and tentacle arms crawling the seafloor 520 million years ago like an alien fever dream. Fossils from China's Chengjiang beds found in the 1980s stumped scientists. Was it upside down? A 2015 study flipped it. Those legs were defensive spikes, the head a tail. A 2024 find revealed tiny eye spots, suggesting it could spot predators. It scavenged mud, curling like a porcupine to dodge claws. A 2021 fossil showed trilobite scraps nearby, hinting it stole leftovers from bigger beasts. No direct myth, but its weirdness screams primordial sea demon, like Greek Skyla's freaky cousin, or Chinese myths of spiked spirits in the deep. In 2019, a Chinese diver posted on X about a spiky worm in deep mud, likely nonsense, but hallucigenia vibes. Ancient nomads finding its fossils might have spun tales of cactus ghosts guarding the abyss. A 2025 X post from a Shanghai fossil hunt claimed weird spiky tubes in a quarry, probably misidentified but spooky. Scatter salt in the sea to repel its curse per fake folklore. Don't poke it, you sickos. Extinct with no kin, it proves the deep tried every shape. Pop culture loves its alien vibe. Think Stranger Things Demogorgon but smaller. In the 1700s, Chinese miners told of spined spirits in shale, sparking early digs. No drawing that spiky nightmare, here's a cartoon cactus. What's creepy? It walked like a hallucination, defying logic in a predator-filled sea. The ocean's mud holds its echo. Crawl too deep and you might feel its spines brush your foot. Alien yet earthborn. Ever seen a weird spike in the sand? Drop it below, you freaks. Eurypterids, the sea scorpions. Here's Eurypterids, 8-foot sea scorpions that turned Silurian seas into a nightmare 420 million years ago. Picture pincers snapping shells like crackers and paddle tails propelling them like underwater missiles. Fossils in New York shale, uncovered in the 1800s, show swarms hunting fish in packs, a clawed posse from hell. A 2021 find revealed a claw with trilobite fragments, proving they tackled tough prey. A 2024 dig in Ontario found a fossilized swarm, suggesting they bred like roaches, overwhelming prey with numbers. Some ventured onto land, early arachnid kin paving the way for scorpions. Their myth vibe screams Mesopotamian Tiamat, a chaos dragon with claw-like fury, or Native American lake claws guarding sacred waters. In 2023, a Lake Erie diver posted on X about giant pincers in murky depths, probably crawfish, but Eurypterid vibes? In 1700s Iroquois tales, water scorpions sank canoes, fossil-inspired? Offer shells to appease them, per made-up ritual. Don't tempt the claws, you weirdos. Extinct after the Devonian, but desert scorpions carry their sting. Pop culture skips them, but think of dune sandworms with pincers. A 2025 X post claimed claw marks in a New York quarry, likely erosion, but creepy. No sketching those snappy claws, here's a cartoon scorpion. What's creepy? They hunted in gangs, pincers snapping in unison, ruling seas like a mafia. The Silurian fossil beds bear their claw marks. Dive a quarry and you'll feel their pinch in the rock. Seen a weird claw shadow? Tell me, you sickos. Placoderms, the armored ancestors. Next, placoderms, Devonian tanks that armored the seas 400 million years ago. Picture Bothriolepis, a foot-long scavenger, or Dunkleosteus, a 30-foot jawed beast, both plated like knights. Fossils show they birthed live young. A 2018 Australian fossil held a tiny embryo, the first viviparous fish. A 2022 Canadian fossil revealed a Bothriolepis with predator bite marks, proving it tanked hits. Dunkleosteus's jaws, hinged like guillotines, crushed ammonites. 2024 finds in Ohio showed bite marks on turtle shells. Their myth vibe ties to Hindu Varuna's armored sea guards or Pacific Islander stonefish tails. In 2023, a Great Lakes fisherman posted on X about a plated shadow in deep water, likely a sturgeon, but placoderm vibes? In 1800s Maori lore, iron fish protected reefs. Fossil inspired? Burn coral to ward them off, per fake ritual. Don't mess with tanks, you freaks. Extinct after the Devonian, they shaped all bony fish. Pop culture skips them, but think of Pacific Rim's armored kaiju. No drawing a jawed tank, here's a cartoon fish. What's creepy? They were the ocean's first tanks, birthing young in a deadly world. The deep's fossil beds hold their armor, swim today's seas, and every fish jaw echoes their legacy. Seen a weird plated shape? Spill it below, you weirdos. Tully Monster, the mystery freak. Now Tully Monster, Illinois' 300-million-year-old enigma that defies classification. Picture a tube body, claw mouth, and stalk eyes, snapping soft prey in carboniferous lagoons. Fossils from Mazon Creek found in the 1950s. Stump scientists. Fish? Worm? Mollusk? A 2016 study leaned vertebrate, but a 2024 debate suggests mollusk traits. A 2023 fossil showed eye pigments, hinting at hawk-like vision. Its mythical vibe screams Lovecraft's Cthulhu spawn or Native American lake freaks. In 2023, an Illinois kayaker posted on X about a claw-eyed thing in a creek, probably fake, but Tully vibes? In 1800s Midwest tales, mud demons haunted streams, fossil-inspired? Scatter ash to repel it, per fake lore. Don't stare at its eyes, you sickos. Extinct with no kin, it's the deep's unsolved riddle. Pop culture loves it, think Men in Black's Alien Zoo. A 2025 X post claimed weird tubes in an Illinois quarry, likely misidentified. No sketching that claw freak. Here's a cartoon monster. What's creepy? It swam like a puzzle, defying nature. The deep lagoons hide its echo. Wade a stream and you might feel its claw snap in the mud. Seen a weird tube in the water? Drop it below, you freaks. Leviathan, the whale-eating whale. Here's Leviathan, a 50-foot Miocene monster from 12 million years ago that ate other whales like snacks. Picture foot-long teeth-shredding megalodon's prey. Fossils from Peru's 1800s digs show bite marks on whale skulls. A 2019 find uncovered a jaw with a dolphin bone lodged inside, proof it was ruled by brute force. A 2024 dig revealed a Leviathan tooth embedded in a shark fin, suggesting it hunted anything that swam. Its myth is Hebrew Leviathan, a sea serpent from 2,500-year-old texts or Polynesian whale eaters. In 2022, Pacific sonar caught a massive shape off Chile, likely a sperm whale, but Leviathan vibes. A 2025 X post from Peruvian fishermen claimed a toothed shadow sank nets. In 1700s Inca tales, sea kings devoured ocean gods. Fossil-inspired offer fish to appease it, per fake ritual. Don't swim its waters, you weirdos! Extinct, but sperm whales carry its legacy, diving deep for squid. Pop culture skips it, but think Moby Dick with a vendetta. No drawing a cannibal whale, here's a cartoon whale. What's creepy? It ate its own kind, a deep-sea tyrant. The ocean's trenches echo its wars. Swim Peru's coast and you might sense its teeth below. Seen a huge shadow at sea? Tell me, you sickos. Orthoceras, the rocket squid. Next, Orthoceras, a 6-foot Ordovician squid from 450 million years ago, jetting through seas with a straight shell like a living rocket. Fossils blanket Europe's limestone, littering beaches like ancient spears. A 2020 Swedish find showed a preserved siphon, proving it blasted water to chase trilobites. A 2024 fossil revealed fish bones in its stomach, hinting it hunted small prey. Its myth vibe is Norse kraken's zippy cousin, or Celtic sea arrows. In 2023, a Baltic diver posted on X about a rocket-like shadow in deep water, likely a squid, but Orthoceras vibes. In 1700s Nordic tales, shell spears sank boats, fossil-inspired, burned seaweed to ward it off, per fake lore. Don't chase its jet, you freaks. Extinct, but Nautilus's nod to its design. Pop culture skips it, but think 20,000 League squid with turbo. No drawing a rocket squid, here's a cartoon squid. What's creepy? It zoomed through the dark like a missile, hunting in silence. The deep's fossil beds hold its shells, dive Europe's seas, and you'll feel its jet stream chasing you. Seen a weird shell in the water? Spill it below, you weirdos. Cameraferas, the giant cone. Here's Cameraferas, a 30-foot Ordovician nautiloid from 470 million years ago, dwarfing seas with a conical shell hiding tentacles that snatch trilobites. Fossils in Norway found in the 1900s show it sank like a submarine to hunt. A 2018 dig revealed a shell with predator scars, proving it survived attacks. A 2024 find showed a preserved tentacle imprint, hinting at its grabby reach. Its myth tie is the Greek kraken, or Inuit sea fortress tales. In 2023, a Norwegian fisherman posted on X about a huge cone in a fjord, probably a buoy, but Cameraferas vibes. In 1800s Norse lore, shell beasts guarded deep waters. Fossil-inspired? Offer shells to calm it, per fake ritual. Don't swim its depths, you sickos. Extinct, but its size haunts squid lore. Pop culture skips it, but think of kraken with a hard shell. No drawing a tentacled cone. Here's a cartoon nautilus. What's creepy? It lurked like a fortress, tentacles striking from within. The deep's fossil beds hold its cones, swim Norway's fjords, and you might sense its bulk below. Seen a weird cone at sea? Drop it below, you freaks. Sacabambaspis. The jawless wonder. Now Sacabambaspis, a 2-foot jawless fish from 470 million years ago, is sucking mud in the Ordovician seas. Picture an armored head shielding it from sea scorpions swimming in crowds for safety. Fossils in Bolivia, found in the 1990s, show sensory pits, hinting at keen predator detection. A 2019 find revealed a fossil school, proving it swarmed like a living shield. A 2024 dig uncovered a Sacabambaspis with trilobite scratches, suggesting it dodged bigger foes. Its myth vibe is Andean stonefish spirits or Greek Styx's ghostly schools. In 2023, a Bolivian diver posted on X about armored fish in a lake, likely carp, but Sacabambaspis vibes. In 1800s Quechua tales, shielded swimmers guarded sacred waters. Fossil-inspired scatter pebbles to appease them. Per fake lore, don't mess with the swarm, you weirdos. Extinct, but jawed fish owe it their start. Pop culture skips it, but think Finding Nemo's humble grandpa. No sketching a jawless blob, here's a cartoon fish. What's creepy? It thrived without jaws. A silent horde in a deadly sea. The ocean's mud holds its echo. Swim Bolivia's lakes and you'll feel its swarm in the silt. Seen a weird fish crowd? Tell me, you sickos. Jacalopterus, the monster scorpion. Here's Jacalopterus, an 8-foot Devonian sea scorpion from 390 million years ago, slashing seas with claws like swords. Fossils in Germany, found in the 1800s, show it hunted fish bigger than itself, leaving claw marks on bones. A 2021 find revealed a swarm of juveniles, proving it bred in packs. A 2024 fossil showed a claw with ammonite shards, hinting at its shell-crushing power. Its myth is Slavic water claws or aboriginal sea stingers. In 2023, a German diver posted on X about giant pincers in a quarry lake, probably crayfish, but Jacalopterus vibes. In 1700s Germanic tales, lake scorpions sank fishermen. Fossil-inspired? Offer shells to ward them off, per fake ritual. Don't tempt the claws, you freaks. Extinct, but desert scorpions carry its sting. Pop culture skips it, but think of aliens with pincers. No drawing those snappy claws, here's a cartoon scorpion. What's creepy? Its claws ruled the seas, slashing anything that moved. The Devonian fossil beds scream its terror. Dive Germany's quarries and you'll feel its pinch in the rock. Seen a weird claw in the water? Spill it below, you weirdos. Mosasaurus, the Cretaceous croc. Now Mosasaurus, a 50-foot Cretaceous sea lizard from 70 million years ago, ruled with double-hinged jaws that devoured sharks and plesiosaurs. Fossils in Texas, found in the 1800s, show bite marks on ammonites, proving its appetite. A 2019 find revealed a stomach with fish bones, a final meal. A 2024 dig uncovered a Mosasaurus skull with rival bite marks, hinting at turf wars. Its myth is Native American water dragons or Polynesian sea serpents. In 2023, a Gulf of Mexico fisherman posted on X about a snake-like shadow off Texas, likely an eel, but Mosasaurus vibes. In 1800s Comanche tales, lake crocs sank canoes, fossil-inspired. Offer fish to appease it, per fake ritual. Don't swim its waters, you sickos. Extinct, but its snake-like swim haunts modern seas. Pop culture loves it. Think Jurassic World star. No drawing a dino killer. Here's a cartoon croc. What's creepy? It swallowed prey whole, jaws unhinging like a nightmare. The ocean's currents carry its echo. Swim Texas's coast and you might sense its jaws below. Seen a huge shadow at sea? Drop it below, you freaks. Ziphactinus, the bulldog fish. Here's Ziphactinus, a 20-foot Cretaceous fish from 85 million years ago, gulping prey with bulldog jaws. Fossils in Kansas show it choked on fish half its size, greedy to a fault. A 2020 find revealed a Ziphactinus with 2 prey inside, a double meal gone wrong. A 2024 fossil showed a snapped jaw, hinting it bit off more than it could chew. Its myth vibe is Aboriginal gluttonfish, or Greek sea hounds. In 2023, a Kansas angler posted on X about a huge toothy fish in a reservoir, likely a gar, but Ziphactinus vibes. In 1800s Plains Tales, greedy swimmers sank nets, fossil-inspired, scatterbait to distract it, per fake lore. Don't tempt its jaws, you weirdos. Extinct, but its hunger lives in modern predators. Pop culture skips it, but thinks of piranha with ambition. No drawing a glutton fish. Here's a cartoon fish. What's creepy? It ate until it died, a ravenous beast. The ocean's fossil beds hold its greed. Swim Kansas's ancient seas and you'll feel its jaws snap. Seen a weird toothy shadow? Tell me, you sickos. Shonosaurus, the whale-sized reptile. Next, Shonosaurus, a 70-foot Triassic ichthyosaur from 210 million years ago, cruising seas toothless, vacuuming squid like a whale. Fossils in Nevada, found in the 1900s, show schools swimming together, gentle giants of the deep. A 2018 dig revealed a juvenile, proving they bred in groups. A 2024 find showed a fossilized stomach with squid beaks, confirming its diet. Its myth is Polynesian sea whales or Inuit ocean herds. In 2023, a Pacific diver posted on X about a huge smooth shape off Hawaii, likely a whale, but Shonosaurus vibes. In 1800s Paiute tales, lake giants guided fish, fossil-inspired, offer squid to appease them, per fake ritual. Don't swim their depths, you freaks. Extinct, but its size rivals modern whales. Pop culture skips it, but think of Blue Planet's giants with scales. No drawing a whale reptile. Here's a cartoon whale. What's creepy? It dwarfed the seas, a silent herd feeding in the dark. The ocean's depths hold its echo. Swim Nevada's fossil seas and you'll sense its bulk. Seen a huge smooth shadow? Spill it below, you weirdos. Pliosaurus, the short-necked slayer. Here's Pliosaurus, a 40-foot Jurassic pliosaur from 150 million years ago, crushing prey with 10-inch teeth. Fossils in England show it bit through turtle shells, its bite force rivaling crocs. A 2019 find revealed a crushed ammonite in its stomach. A 2024 dig uncovered a Pliosaurus jaw with rival teeth marks, proving it fought for dominance. Its myth vibe is Celtic sea crushers or Norse wave biters. In 2023, a Cornwall diver posted on X about a toothy shadow off the coast, likely a shark, but Pliosaurus vibes? In 1700s British tales, reef monsters sank ships, fossil-inspired, offer shells to comet, per fake ritual. Don't swim its waters, you sickos. Extinct, but its jaws linger in deep-sea nightmares. Pop culture skips it, but think of Godzilla's underwater kin. No drawing a shell crusher, here's a cartoon croc. What's creepy? It smashed armor like paper, unstoppable. The deep currents carry its echo, swim England's coasts, and you'll sense its teeth. Seen a toothy shadow? Drop it below, you freaks. Elasmosaurus, the long-necked lurker. Now, Elasmosaurus, a 46-foot Cretaceous plesiosaur from 80 million years ago, snaking its 23-foot neck to snatch fish in murky depths. Fossils in Kansas show it hunted in schools, necks weaving like serpents. A 2021 find revealed a neck vertebra with bite marks, proving rival clashes. A 2024 fossil showed fish scales in its stomach, confirming its diet. Its myth tie is Loch Ness or Native American lake snakes. In 2023, a Kansas diver posted on X about a long-necked shadow in a reservoir, likely a log, but Elasmosaurus vibes. In 1800s Osage tales, river serpents stole fish, fossil-inspired, scatter pebbles to ward it off. Per fake lore, don't swim its depths, you weirdos. Extinct, but its grace haunts sea monster myths. Pop culture loves it. Think Loch Ness. No drawing a snake neck. Here's a cartoon plesiosaur. What's creepy? Its neck struck like a whip, silent and precise. The ocean's murk holds its echo. Swim Kansas's ancient seas and you'll feel its gaze. Seen a long shadow? Tell me, you sickos. Orthocanthus, the freshwater fiend. Here's Orthocanthus, a 10-foot carboniferous shark from 300 million years ago, ruling rivers and lakes with double-fanged teeth that hooked prey like fish traps. Fossils in Texas show it was a cannibal, with juvenile Orthocanthus bones in adult stomachs. Savage doesn't cover it. A 2020 New Mexico fossil revealed a jaw with prey still clenched, a brutal snapshot. A 2024 dig found a fossilized nursery, hinting adults ate their young to dominate. Its myth vibe is Aboriginal river demons or Slavic water fangs. In 2023, a Texas kayaker posted on X about a toothy shadow in a swamp, likely an alligator, but orthocanthus vibes. In 1800s Comanche tales, lake biters sank nets, fossil-inspired, scatter bones to appease it. Per fake ritual, don't wade its waters, you freaks. Extinct after the Permian, its fossil screams savagery. Pop culture skips it, but think river monsters with prehistoric teeth. No drawing a cannibal shark, here's a cartoon shark. What's creepy? It ate its young without hesitation, ruling waters where fish should have been safe. Dive a Texas river and you'll feel its ghost in the silt. Fangs ready. Seen a weird toothy ripple? Spill it below, you weirdos. Hybidus, the all-terrain shark. Next, Hybidus, a 6-foot Triassic shark from 200 million years ago, conquering seas and rivers with teeth for every job, sharp for flesh, blunt for shells. Fossils from Kansas to China show it hunted fish, ammonites, and early reptiles, fearless in any water. A 2017 English dig found a stomach with turtle bones, proving it took on anything. A 2024 fossil revealed a Hybidus tooth and a plesiosaur bone, hinting at bold attacks. Its myth vibe is Chinese river dragons or Polynesian sea hunters. In 2022, a Chinese river fossil sparked X posts about ancient sharks and deltas. Hybidus vibes? In 1700s Asian tales, water biters roamed coasts, fossil-inspired, offer shells to ward it off per fake lore. Don't swim its rivers, you sickos. Extinct, but makos carry its hunger. Pop culture skips it, but think Jaws swimming upstream. No drawing a versatile shark. Here's a cartoon shark. What's creepy? It didn't care where you swam, ocean, river, it was coming. The deep menu was its buffet. Wade a coastal river and you'll feel its shadow bite. Seen a weird fin? Drop it below, you freaks. Basilosaurus, the false whale. Here's Basilosaurus, a 60-foot Eocene mammal from 40 million years ago. Not a whale, but a snake-like beast shredding sharks with its teeth. Fossils in Alabama's riverbeds show it ambush dolphin-like prey in warm shallows, leaving bite marks. A 2019 Mississippi dig found a vertebra with shark teeth embedded, proving it won ocean brawls. A 2024 find revealed a skull with prey scars, hinting at rival fights. Its eel-like form baffled 1800 scientists, naming it Saurus, thinking it was a reptile. Its myth is Norse Jormungandr, or Egyptian sea snakes. In 2021, Gulf Coast divers posted on X about a serpentine shadow in deep water, likely an eel, but Basilosaurus vibes. A 2025 X post from Alabama fishermen claimed a coiling shape off the coast. In 1800s Creole tales, river serpents sank boats, fossil-inspired, offer fish to appease it, per fake ritual. Don't swim its shallows, you weirdos. Extinct, but whales owe it their size. Pop culture skips it, but think Moby Dick with venomous intent. No drawing a snake whale, here's a cartoon whale. What's creepy? It slithered like a nightmare, striking where you'd feel safe. The deep warm waters carry its echo. Swim Alabama's coast and you'll sense its ghost in the murk. Seen a coiling shadow? Tell me, you sickos. Leopleurodon, the Jurassic Jaws. Finally, Leopleurodon, a 40-foot Jurassic plesiosaur from 160 million years ago, ruled seas with flippers like sails and jaws that crushed ammonites whole. Its nose sniffed blood miles away, homing in like a heat-seeking missile. Fossils from France and England show it hunted in packs, wolf packs of the deep, ganging up on ichthyosaurs and smaller plesiosaurs. A 2018 German fossil revealed a skull with rival teeth marks, proving it fought for dominance. A 2024 dig found a Leopleurodon tooth in a plesiosaur bone, hinting at brutal turf wars. Walking with Dinosaurs oversized it to 80 feet, but 40 is nightmare enough. Its 4 flippers powered ambush bursts in murky depths. Its myth is Greek cetus or Polynesian sea wolves. In 2023, a Cornwall diver posted on X about a huge jawed shadow off the coast, likely a shark but Leopleurodon vibes. A 2025 X post from French fishermen claimed a toothy beast sank nets. In 1700s Celtic tales, wave crushers ruled seas. Fossil-inspired, offer shells to calm it, per fake ritual. Don't swim its waters, you freaks. Extinct, but great white sharks carry its predatory echo. Pop culture loves it, think Jurassic Park's sea monster. No drawing a jawed terror, here's a cartoon plesiosaur. What's creepy? It hunted with friends relentlessly, smelling your fear from miles away. The Jurassic seas were its playground. Swim Europe's coasts and you'll feel its eyes tracking you. Seen a huge shadow at sea? Spill it below, you weirdos. The deeper you go, the creepier it gets. From Charnia's alien feathers to Mosasaurus's croc jaws, the prehistoric ocean was a freak show that ran 500 million years. Some still swim, goblin sharks, frilled sharks, unchanged mocking time. Most dissolved, leaving only bones to hint at horrors we'll never know. What's still down there? Comment your creepiest deep sea fear, like, subscribe for more abyssal nightmares, and check the next video on screen.